swing your ways, front way, back way. You know that I don't play. Streets not safe, but I never run away, even when I'm away. OT, OT, there's never much love when we go OT. I pray to make it back in one piece. I pray. That's why I need a oneness. Got a Hennessy in my head. One more time.
They were made aware prior to this that a neo-Nazi party was going to be marching throughout the streets. And I feel that even though, yes, it's right to respect their freedom of expression and to protest, but I feel that at some point people should have recognized the repercussions or the consequences that such a protest, could have on society, and and say no, you know.
But the problem with that is the fact that in Borlänge, like, the neo-Nazis are actually more than the people that are against us. Which was the case at this protest.
It's a very good, it's a very big problem in small municipalities here in Sweden, right? Because we all live in Malmö, and it's like this nice liberal city, but outside Malmö, in a small countryside, we do have this problem of neo-Nazis springing up, and the fact that people are so shamelessly partaking in this party, it's unbelievable, right?
It is what it is. I mean, people, like I said, freedom of expression. Everything. So
it's sad though. It's really sad that it has come to this point here in Sweden.
Yeah.
So even if you respect their way of protesting, or not the way that they're protesting, that's what I was trying to say, that you're not respecting their opinion, but you should still respect that they have the right to protest. So that's exactly what she did. She still respected that they had the right to protest, but she didn't respect their opinion, so that's why she raised her hand.
Exactly. She didn't respect their opinion, and I think along with their protest, there was a counter-protest, a resistance. So she,
which is important.
Which is important because she came to join the far-right resistance group, and she was a part of that. And the funny thing is that she made such a bold statement, basically shifting the game and cementing her name and herself in history without even knowing, because it was somebody who was a part of her party that took the picture, and then she went back home to Stockholm, and then before she knew it, social media was blowing up, praising her. That was such an iconic moment.
It kind of reminds me of that the Olympic game of I don't know which year it was, I think in the 50s, where you have these two black athletes just raising their fist in the air, and that's a very iconic figure. And then I'm glad that we have that, because then we just give a platform to all this bullshit, and the counter side is is this, right? And I'm glad that there are people that are coming up against these parties, right? Because also that is the other side of the freedom of speech. So you contracted with more peaceful protests.
Exactly.
She also mentioned the fact that this gesture she got it from Nelson Mandela. And we all know what Nelson Mandela did for especially in South Africa during apartheid and stuff like that. So like for her to do this actually in Sweden, and being from Stockholm, you already know what you have to deal with there. So for her to go all the way to Borlänge to go protest against this, it's an image that I think will stay around for a long time.
And a question though, are you guys scared that more and more people will, as people of color, like are we really scared that this will become the norm in Europe, like this in general?
I think that you should always be aware and never be ignorant, because it can happen anywhere. That's it.
It is happening.
Exactly.
in the United States right now.
So it's happening everywhere, and you just need to be aware.
Because I mean, like right now, even when you go out at night, I still feel safe. It doesn't mean that I don't feel like, oh my god. But I know, like, what racism looks like. You get what I mean? So, for me, if something like that happens, like, I know there's no way I can actually win the person over or whatever. So, I kind of just shift the thing, or, remove myself from the situation. Because it never ends well. And in Stockholm, that's basically what's been happening, whereas, people are actually fighting it. Like, they have their opinions, but it still continues on. Like, you go clubbing, it's the same thing. So Which is why I think for me Malmö is kind of also nice because you can go anywhere you want. And
For now.
For now, you can go anywhere you want without
Yeah.
having to deal with racist guards
Yeah.
or you know like and stuff like that. So
It's really something that's troubling me though. Like it's.
But do you think like a protest of such nature would have been able to, you know, be held here in Malmo?
An
Neo-Nazi,
account.
no,
But it
neo-Nazi
has.
protest.
Yeah, it has. It has,
okay.
definitely.
Yeah, but they also get to respond.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
That's the
thing.
way to go, right?
Yeah, that's the way to go.
And I think in big cities, even though they protest, there's a whole lot of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
But in these small towns where you know people are not really
Minds are
yeah,
fragile.
they don't have
they're
access to
usually
the
Minds are
outside world.
fragile.
Yeah, they you know that's what
No,
they
but
grew
you
up
can't
knowing.
say that.
Well, I can say whatever I want to say, and I say that without, you know, any
Freedom of
apologies.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
But
Yes,
you can-
exactly.
Okay.
You can't say that of all small towns, though. That is not fair.
Oh yeah, because she's from a small town.
Oh my God, Hannah! Not all small towns. I'm sorry.
My mind is apparently. I don't know.
Hold carefully.
Thank you. Thank
Oh my God.
you.
No, I'm just in my feelings at the moment, okay? I'm in my feelings. Like, how dare they? You know what I mean? I'm just in my feelings, that's all.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
You can have a pass on that one.
Thank you, sweetie. Okay. Okay, so, you know, in conclusion, I just want to say, you know, Tess, you are an inspiration for me, and I'm sure for all of us.
Way to go.
And, you know, I think, you know, that gesture is just a symbol for us, you know, to know that, you know, we too can do something.
Yeah.
You know, we too can stand up and be a part of that resistance that
Yeah.
says no.
Yeah.
We will not support this, you know, your neo-Nazi, fascist or fascist or, you know, homophobic, xenophobic doctrines. No, we won't. So I salute you, Tess Asplund.
Let's give her a hand.
Yes.